Have you been thinking about becoming a bartender? Maybe you need some tips and tricks to try to help you into that endeavor, or maybe you just want to look cool in front of some friends and family. Well,
you came to the right place because we're going to get you all the tips you need to get you started on your bartending endeavors.
That's right. So there's definitely very important things to know. One of the biggest things that you want to get into is your actual bars knowledge and the lingo that you get into. So there's lots of bar lingo that definitely comes out from any bar. You've got neat, you've got shaken, you've definitely got different cocktail styles, like somebody could say a Bond style cocktail, or they could want something smoked, which we luckily do.
Like Logan just said, it's good to know all the different little tips and tricks and lingo that you need to know for behind the bar, as well as what kind of spirits, beer, and wine that you're carrying. Like, we have an incredible whiskey selection here. It's good to know all the different tasting notes and things that you need to know about the whiskey, but it's also good to know some of the things that we don't carry so that we can make a good suggestion 100%. In case we don't have that in stock, but they can still enjoy the kind of tasting notes they were looking for in the first place.
Learning your bar is so important because somebody could come in and want something very, very specific, like a paper plane, and maybe a restaurant doesn't carry a specific type of Amaro there, or something to be able to help that, so you need to be able to come up with something to help counteract that a little bit, maybe come up with something a little bit playful. And so there's things like that that you want to be able to be aware of and know that we're ready for our bars. So when it comes to bartending as well, it's very important to pay attention to what you wear and how you look, because how you present yourself is how your guest sees. So here at Vernon Speakeasy, of course, we hold ourselves to a much higher standard. We have the full dress up. I've even got my little suspenders on underneath. Don't worry, I wasn't gonna flash you. But we've got all of our little steps and all of our hair done up, and we all look very appropriate for our guests, so that way we can provide that perfect, excellent service that we possibly can. And even as a regular bartender, you know, you don't really wanna see somebody who's gonna have holes in their shirt or look real trashy pouring a drink for you, because you might be wondering where they've been.
Also, comfortable footwear. You want something that's not going to slide on the floor, because you're gonna be in a sometimes wet, sometimes sticky environment behind the bar. And also going into the back of the house to get your food, you're gonna encounter some of the oils from the food that just occurs back there and bringing it back into the wet space. So you need definitely shoes that are gonna be slip proof and also comfortable, because you're gonna be running around like crazy.
Yep, that comfortability. I've had some bad shoes.
Blisters are not fun when you have 8 more hours to go.
No.
No. Another one of the perks of being in this industry is getting to meet so many different people, the amazing humans out there. And one of the tips that you can carry into your career is to remember faces, remember names, or even just remember what they drink.
Those regulars are so important. We do have regular guests whenever we're serving, just in the dining room, of course. However, the bar is really where you're gonna get some of the most prominent regulars. You're gonna get some of the most return customers.
It's true.
Some of the most word of mouth coming around because of good bartender attitudes and because of how we've taken care of ourselves, presented ourselves, because it's really a fun time and it's a great experience when we love our jobs enough and love the position we're in enough to be able to present that to our guests.
Right.
It makes a huge difference.
You get to spread that love in the form of warm, happy little cocktails and a good time. We're facilitating a great time here, and sometimes these people become like little members of our extended family.
That's right.
And it's a lot of fun. It's wonderful. Also, no one wants to order drinks from a mean bartender.
I mean, unless you're crazy.
Eyebrows up, open face, big smile, you know, open body language. How can I help you? You know?
I made a terrible face just then, I'm sorry. So if you keep these tips and tricks in mind, then you're gonna have a lot easier time in the beginning of your bartending endeavors. Of course, bartending covers a whole lot more than that. However, we're trying to get you through the very beginning. And then do not forget to
like and subscribe, and definitely hit the link below to get a reservation tonight to come in and have some of these wonderful cocktails with us. Thank you so much for joining us.